my name is Jingyi. I am a 14-year-old junior high school student in Beijing, China. So first of all, I would like to thank all the judges and teachers from GYC to give me this opportunity to share my idea about AI, and it is my honor to be here. It is well known that AI plays a more critical role in various fields in music. I think the music robot with AI can be improved and make the music arrangement with its styles and express its moodiness when it senses the surrounding environment in the future. It may cause electrical melody with classical music to show the fun of mixing the ordinary things and new things in a concert. Alternatively, it will arrange the country music with pop style in a vocal concert to tell the audiences its fantastic story's lively mood. For example, when a music robot comes to a wedding, it will be surrounded by a couple's love and then make an arrangement about love to celebrate their marriage. Its arrangement style will become a popular trend in the music field. Indeed, it is based on the vital foundation of contemporary music and the rapid development of high tech. On the other side, we should not rely too much on this robot. Over-application will limit our arrangers' creativity, and we can't stop thinking and creating all the time. As long as we apply it reasonably, we can play its most fantastic role. I think there's some ways for us to make the automatic arrangement by the robot come true. First of all, we need to make many familiar songs in digitization and collect them to set up a database to ensure that the robot can read and scan very fluently. Secondly, we need to study a chip for music. Then we should assemble the chip and the robot, so the robot will help us to transform and combine these melodies in a surrounded environment. Then a new melodic arrangement is obtained. At last, the robot will make the structure and the familiar song to show the layered and complex emotion or mood. Finally, there is a new composition which is made by the robot. That is all what I want to express about how the music robot improved to make the music arrangement. In our real life, people may learn something about the music robot to promote the social development of AI music. Yeah, for example, there is a music robot named Teltronico from Italy in our real life. It has 19 fingers and can play the piano in many songs by itself to show its incredible musical ability. So there are some kinds of music robots are indeed used right now. I hope you guys will also learn something about the actual music robot and our fantastic technologies of AI. I also hope that my idea on AI will become true in the future. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Samantha, for that excellent presentation. Your first question will be addressed to you by Professor Wilton.
Thank you very much for that very interesting presentation. And I teach a graduate course at the University of Toronto about AI in education, and we examine AI-supported applications that are being used in an education for an education purpose. And whenever someone highlights a music application, it's always very interesting to look at the thinking around AI being involved with music creation and production and things like that. So I really appreciate that you brought this to the competition today. And so you mentioned some of the benefits of AI composed or arranged music, but you also say we shouldn't rely too much on these AI created compositions. So I was hoping you would share a little bit more about your thoughts about what a reasonable level of focus on AI music might be, and how do we ensure there's a balance between AI related music and human created music?
Okay, thank you for asking. So first of all, I think there's some kinds of, some people's complex emotion that the music robot can hardly express it correctly. And it will be a long distance for AI music to make this progress. And I think the music robot will impress the musicians and the arrangers to make their composition, and it may be a helpful tool for them and not instead of them. So I think it will be really helpful and fantastic. AI robot will help us to make something, but now we are not going to rely it. It's because it's a kind of as a music robot couldn't do anything for music, so there's people to do it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the great question. Thank you. An answer, and your second question will be presented to you by Mr. Andrew Shao.
Hello, that was a very interesting presentation, and I really like your idea of using AI technology to improve music arrangement. And also, I believe the potential solution you proposed was actually the concept of machine learning. And so I'm just wondering, in your opinion, could you elaborate more on, do you think in the future people will prefer the music produced by the robot more, or still prefer the music produced by the human musicians?
Yeah, I think both of them are, because I think this kinds of conversation for the AI that the AI music robot did will enrich people's spiritual life, and it will also help the musicians to create their conversation, and also will to enrich the music field. And there's I mentioned that there's some people's complex emotion that AI robot can hardly express it, and there are both obtained that they will both of them will be really useful for in the music field. And I think we can promote the social development of music robot, and also make something, and also influence the musicians in our people.